Hi. So up to this point we have seen in the past video. So let's continue the remaining things. So here you can see right now I'm inside the mycart.html page. So see here in the views.py file, we are sharing the data in the cart variable. And for the naming convention only, I'm changing little bit here. So in place of cart, I'm writing carts. And here also same. And here also same. So please do the same changes. Even if you're not going to do, not a problem. But only for the naming convention, I have get carts. Then we are sending this data in the mycart.html page. So come here. And here we have to take one for loop. So take one for loop here in curly bracket, take double percentage. Then here for each element. So for that cart, for each cart in carts. So come here and this is the variable. Simply copy this one. Then come here and paste here. So for each cart in the carts, what I want, so I want to execute this block. So come here and 1 second. Let me close this for loop. So where I can close. So here the first div. So come here. Yeah. Not here. So I have to write again curly bracket, then double percentage, then and 4. This is the syntax to end the for loop. That's it. Then what? Then each element in the carts now we have in the cart. So what we can do, copy this one, then simply paste here. Okay. And let me remove this entire thing. I will add this thing. Don't worry. Control S. Then come here. Then go to the MyCart. Okay. So the task ID, it's printing here. Okay, not a problem. Then it's coming continuously. So I want to put the break. So what we can do, come here and what we can do, we can add break. Where we can add break. So we can add break. 1 second. First, let me remove unwanted space. Then come here. Then here. Control S. Then come here again. Let me refresh. Now we have did mistake once again. Come here. Control Z. Then put BR tag. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Yeah, now it's good. So I want remaining thing also. So come here and Control B. So cart ID I have pasted, but there is a little bit change. For example, let me tell you what I want to what I want to tell you. For the cart.id, I'm getting ID, but if I'm doing same for the title also, 1 second, title, Control S, then come here, let me refresh. See, for title, I'm not getting. Even if I'm going to do for this one, task created by also, and that time also I'm not good. I will not get. Let me show you. See why. So if you remember, first let me show you the MyCart in the admin. So you will get clear idea. Come here. Let me log in with the admin user. Then come to MyCart. See what fields we have. So we have a ID, user, task, and task count. And what are you trying to access? You are trying to access task title, task created by, task created on. But these fields we don't have in the MyCart. See, we don't have here. But what we have did, see carefully. In the models, what we have did, we have created foreign key relationship, which is nothing but the one-to-many relationship. Foreign key is also known as one-to-many relation. So with the help of this task variable, we can access any field of the task detail model. And what is this task detail model? So this is nothing but this one. And what kind of data this particular model have? So this thing we have in this particular model. So with the help of this variable, we can access the column of this one. And why we can access? Because we have created the relationship between this MyCart task column and this one. So come here in the MyCart and you have to write cart dot task dot, and this task is nothing but this one. Let me show you this one. So whatever you have written here, same thing you have to write here. Okay, Control S, then come here, then let me go to the front end. 1 second, let me log in with, for example, I have a Durgesh, then password, enter, then come here. See, now it's showing testing 35. See carefully what I'm trying to say. In MyCart, we have only ID, task, and task count, whatever I have shown you previously. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to access the fields which is we have in the this one, in this table. So how we can access? So we have a relationship between this table and this table, and this table is nothing but the model only. And keep it, don't be confused when I'm saying the model and table, both are same thing in the Django. So with the help of this relationship, we can access any column of this table of this model. Same thing we have did here. Now I have to do for the all. Simply copy this one and paste here. Okay. Then simply copy this one. 1 second. Let me copy this one and do for all the things. So let me do. Okay. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Yeah. Now the things is coming properly. I hope I'm clear. And we have learned one new things like how we can access the content of other table with the help of another table. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. See what we have did with the help of the MyCart model, we have accessed the column of the task detail table. So this is the new things how we can do. Then in place of go back, I don't want go back. I want either close the task or remove the task from the bucket. So what we can do, come here and we have to do little bit changes here. So in place of go back, what we can do, or let it be go back. For example, I want to give this option also, and along with this option, I want to give some another option also. So let's do. So for example, I want to give a close task functionality. Close task. Close task. And I'm also want to give the option, for example, remove task. Remove task. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. See, user either can go back to the base page or we can say home page, and he can either close the task or remove the task from his bucket. And all the things is in the same color. So let's change the color. So simply what we can do, if you come here or and click here, so we have a different color here. So we can refer this one, and this thing's coming from the task info page. So come here, then go to the task info page. See, you can do from the this one bootstrap also, but I have already, so I'm referring this one only. So let me copy this class and paste here. For example, 1 second here. Then we have one more, delete one. Copy this one and paste here. If you want some addition, some another color, so you can refer the bootstrap. Come here, let me refresh, but we should go here. Yeah. So go back, close task and the remove task. So we have these things. Now what I want, see, after clicking on go back, it's working properly, okay? But if you come here and if I'm going to click on close task, then the status of the task should be closed. Right now it's showing in process. But what I want, when I'm going to click on the close task, the status of the task should be changed to closed. Okay. And for the remove task, what I want, when I'm going to click on the remove task, so the task should be removed from this my bucket or my cart, and the status of the task will be again open. Okay, I hope I'm clear what I'm trying to say. When I'm going to be click on close task, then the task status should be in from in process. It will change to close task. And when I'm going to click on the remove task, so the task status should be changed from in process to open, and it should remove from here. Okay. So these things we want. So we will do one by one, not a problem. So, but before going to do this activity, I want to do one very important things. So if you come here in the drop down, and if you remember, we have created one page, which is show profile. And if you click here, see the data is coming in this format. And at that time, I have not corrected this one. So what I want this data should become like this. So come here, go to this particular page, which is a show profile. So go to the profile.html page, come here in the templates, user profile.html. Yeah, this one. So only what you have to do from here, you have to remove this test center. You have to remove these things only. Control S, then come here. Then let me refresh. Now it's looking good. And if you want to add one space here, so what you can do, come here and add dr tag. Control S. Let me refresh. Yeah. Okay. Now let's concentrate on this one here. But before going to work on this close task and remove task, I want to tell you one thing. Here we are able to accept the task. It means we know the holder of the task. So that field also I want to display here. So what we can do, go to the VS Code, then in the MyCart, simply copy this one and paste here. You can paste anywhere, not a problem. Then in place of task holder, task holder. And what field I want to display here. So basically I want to display the current user who logged in at that particular session. So what is the syntax for that? We have a request dot username, and see this request dot user, I hope you know already. This is the same thing what we have written here. This one request dot user, and this username is nothing but this is the fields which we have in the users model. So you have to write as it is username. So from here you will get username. Control S, then come here. Let me refresh. See the task holder Durgesh is showing. So don't worry about these things, like these things is not looking good. It's coming in a small things. Something is capital, some are small. Once we will complete this one, we will do that part also. Like we will do the camel case or whatever it's needed. Okay. So don't worry about that thing. So right now this holder name is showing. Okay. So the next things, as I told you, after clicking on this one remove task, the task should be removed from this particular bucket and the status of the task should be open. So let's see how we can do. Go to the VS Code, then go to the views.py file. Then we have to write function for that particular functionality. So first let me add the comments. And for example, that one is remove task, then def keyword, then function name, I'm giving remove task, then default parameter request. See, accepting the task and removing the task almost similar to each other. So what we can do, come here and simply copy this one, and we can modify this one as per our requirements. So paste here. Yeah. So the function name is the remove task, and if the request.user is authenticated, then only I want to do this activity. Okay. No need this one. Let me remove from here. Let me remove from here also. Here also I don't require that one. Okay. Then come here. So again, and one more thing. Yeah, PK also I need. This primary key also I need, comma PK. Okay. Then here I have to specify what operation I want. So first of all, when I'm going to remove any item from the task, so I want to change the status. So what status I want? So in place of in process, I want open. First things, this one I want. Second, what I want. So second thing, let me remove these things. I don't want this one. So I want, for example, my cart equals to, this is one variable I have taken. You can take any variable, not a problem. Then here I have to specify the name of the model. So come here. This is the name of my model. Then come here, paste here, dot objects, dot what I want, dot filter. And what I want to filter. So my cart, I have one field. If you see here, I have one field task. Simply copy this one. Then come here, then paste here equals to this one, PK. And after that, here I want to add some, here we have to do some little bit changes, like a task remove successfully. And here you must have to log in to remove task. Okay. Then Control S. Let me check 1 second. And I don't need this one. Let me remove this one. Yeah. So we have taken one variable task data, then what we have did from task details, which is the model, we have pasted that particular record. Then what we have did, we have updated the status of that particular task as open, and after that we have saved. Then what we have did, we have taken one variable MyCart, and then from the MyCart model, we have fetched that particular field with the help of that ID. And after that, what we want, so from I want to delete. So simply copy this one, dot, with the help of delete method, we can delete. Control S. Okay. Then we have to create the URL for this particular thing. So what we can do, simply go to the urls.py file, then come here, simply copy this one, or let me copy this one because this one is very similar to my requirement. Then paste here. Then in place of accept task, what I want, remove task. Remove task, then primary key I needed, then come here, then let me copy this one. Function name, then come here in the urls.py file, then paste here. Okay. Then we have to change the URL name also, simply this one. Control S, then go to the MyCart, and if you see here for remove cart, we have to paste that URL what we have created at there. Control S, then come here, let me refresh. And 1 second, we are getting error in the views.py file, line number 202. Come here in the views.py file, line number 202. So here we have did mistake. So don't forget to maintain the indentation. then come here, then come here. 1 second. Reserve for remove task with the no argument. Okay. Here we have did one mistake. In the MyCart, we have to pass the ID also. So what ID? So this one. Simply copy this one and paste here. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Okay. Then click on remove task. Task details matching query does not exist. Okay, not a problem. Come here. What mistake we have did? So cart dot task control S. Then come here. Let me refresh. Okay. Then remove task. Task removed successfully. See, after removing the task, the status of the task changed to open. And if you come here, the task is not here. See right now what, how many tasks I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me remove one more. Task removed successfully. Again, it's changed to open. And if you come here, 1 second, something I have did mistake. Not a problem. 1 second. Let me add one more. For example, accepted. Task accepted successfully. Okay. Then come to the MyCart. See, the task is accepted. For example, I'm clicking on remove task. Task removed successfully. And when I'm coming to the MyCart, see, task is not showing here. Come here. See, right now it's showing in process. Okay. Then I'm coming here. When I'm I'm clicking on accept. And when I'm coming here, see, it's showing here. When I'm clicking on remove task, see, task remove and all the tasks showing in the open state. It means we are able to remove the task from the MyCart, and after removing from here, it is automatically going to be changed into the open state. And this is the functionality what we need. Okay. Next, what I want, come here. Let me accept this one again. For example, I'm clicking on accept, and after accepting, it's coming here. And from here, I can close that particular task. Okay. Like right now when I'm going to click this one, so it is not working. But what I want to be in this particular thing. So when I'm going to be click on the closed task, the task status should be changed to the closed. And some additional field also I want to display here. What are that fields? So that field is nothing but the closed, task closed by, and task closed on. If you see here, come here, in the models, we have that field, task closed on and task closed by. So this field also I want to display when the task is closed. Okay. So let's see how we can close the task. Right now we have seen how we can remove the task. And one more thing, there is a lots of things pending. Don't think that things only we are going to see. No, we are going to add lots of restriction for the at the user level, because see right now anyone can create the task and anyone can accept the task. No, this is not a good thing. So we will add the restriction for that also. But just because this is under the development, I have not added that restriction. So once I will complete this close task functionality, we will add that restriction, like who can create the task and who can see what kind of option. Okay. Right now, all the user able to see all the option, which is not a good thing. So let's concentrate on the close task functionality. So go to the VS Code. Then we have to write a function for that one. Then come here, simply copy this one. Okay. Copy this one, then come here, paste here, then let me change this one. This should be closed task, and here also. Closed task. And the same again, like if the user is authenticated, then only I want to perform this operation. And to close the task also, I need the primary key, because then only I can select based on the ID, I can close that particular task. Then here in place of open, I want closed. Okay. Then I want to save. And after closing task, again, I don't want to be that particular task in the my bucket. Only because of that only, I am keeping this line as it is. Okay. And here we need to do little bit changes. For example, closed task closed successfully, and you must have to log in to close the task. Okay, to close task, control S. See what we have did, simply we have changed this one, that's it, remaining thing as it is. Okay. And why I'm not doing from scratch, because we know already the what is the meaning of this each and every line or each and every code. Okay, so that's it, control S. Then we have to create the URL. So go here, then simply copy this one. This is very similar to my requirement. Copy this one, then come here, paste here. Let me correct this one. Then from remove task, I want close task. Close task, copy this one, then give the name to this particular URL, then come here, then copy this name, then again come here, then paste here. See, this is very easy thing we are doing. Okay, keep in mind. Then again, go to the MyCart, then just like this one, we have to do for this close task also. So simply copy this one, then come here, then paste here, then again come here, then copy this URL name, then again come here, then paste here. That's it, nothing else. Web development is a very easy thing if you are going to learn. This is not a rocket science, very small, very easy thing. Okay, then come here, then come here. Okay, so what I want, after clicking on close task, the status of task should be changed to closed and it should be removed from here. Let me click on close task closed successfully, and you can see the status of the task is changed to closed. But if I'm again going to click on view, so this thing is showing, which is not a valid thing. So come here, and what I want to do, I want to add some restriction. What kind of restriction I want? See, first of all, let me create one task. Okay, and for example, I'm giving name testing 001. Okay, then I'm giving any dates, for example, reward this one and this one. Click on submit. Task created successfully. We have created this one, testing, and this is created by Durgesh. And when it's created on June 5th. And what is the due date? This one. Okay. See, here also we have did one mistake. This should be future date, but right now let it be as it is. We will add restriction here also. And reward 12 and open status. So when the task is in the open status and the person who have created the task, the same person or the same user going to click on the view, at that time, what option I want to display here? So at that time, I want to display go back, update, delete. I don't want to show the accept button. See, there is no meaning of showing the accept button to the user who only created that particular task. Okay. The task ID is not displaying here. So let me check why. Task info. Okay, come here, go to the task info page. Yeah. So why it's not showing? So 1 second. Control S. Then come here, let me refresh. Yeah, okay. So what I'm saying? So the person who have created the task, if you want to show the accept button to the same person, so it's not a useful thing. It is not a good thing, because the person who have created the task, why we need to show the accept button to that person only, to that particular user or person. So I want to add the condition. So first that one. Second, what I want, come here, go back. If the status of the task is changed from open to any other status. For example, from open to in process, from open to closed, from open to resolved, or from open to something else, okay, or expired. So at that time, anything other than open, at that time, I don't want to display these things, because once the task is changed from open status to any another status, then we should not give permission to the user who have created the task. We should not give permission to that particular user to do any changes in that particular task. So if anyone accepted this task, so at that time, I want to display only go back. Right now, all the option is showing. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Then come back. And here I want, in place of drop down, I want to show the user name who have logged in at that particular time. So we will start from here. First, I want to display the username who have logged in here. So let's see how we can do. So go to the neobar.html page here, and what I want here, in place of drop down, I want to display the username who have logged in at that particular time. So take double curly bracket, then you have to type request dot user name. Okay, Control S. Then come here, let me refresh. See, Durgesh is showing, but it is not showing in a proper format. What I want to display this in capital. So what I can do, come here, then take one pipe, then cap first. Okay, Control S, then come here, let me refresh. See, now D is showing in the capital. So this is how you can make any first one as a capital. Now it's looking good. And if you see, I only logged in this particular session, and it's showing my name only. So the next, what I want, if I am the user who have logged in, and I am the user who have created that particular task, and if the task status is the open, at that time, I want to display only go back, update, delete. I don't want to show the accept button. So let's see how we can handle these things. Come here, go to the VS Code, then go to this one, what we can say in this page, task info page. And here I want to add some condition. So let's see how we can add if else condition. So if the ticket status is the open, so what I want, come here, take one curly bracket, then take double percentage, then take one if what I want, if the task status, simply copy this one. If the task status equals to open, so I want to show go back, update, and delete. So here I have to write else in the curly bracket, then percentage, then else. Control S, then come here, let me refresh. Invalid block and end block. Okay, we have to I forgot to close the if block, so come here, it started here, so let me closed here in curly bracket, then percentage, then E and D, if. Control S. It may refresh. Yeah. See. Click on home. The task status is the open. When I'm clicking on the view, I'm able to see go back, update, delete. Okay. But it is not a complete solution. What condition I want to add? If the logged in user and the person who have created the task, both are same at that time. When I'm going to click on the view, it's showing go back, update, delete, which is correct only. But if you see here, there are few records which is created by other than Durgesh. So logged in user is the Durgesh and the task created by the different user. And that scenario also, when I'm going to click on the view, it's showing go back, update, delete. But it is not a good thing, or it is not a correct thing, because one second, if the logged in user is, for example, Durgesh, and the task created by, for example, other than Durgesh, for example, Dugru, at that time, and when the task status is the open, at that time when I'm going to click on the view, it should show the I go back and accept button. These two button only I want to show. Okay, I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. Come here, I'm repeating again. When the logged in user and the task created by user both are same and the task status is the open, at that time when I'm going to click on the view, it has to show go back, update, delete, which is showing here. That is correct only. But when the logged in user is Durgesh and the task created by some other user and the task status is the open, at that time when I'm going to click on the view, then here it should give go back and accept button, because the person who have created the task, he can only update and delete. Other than that user or that person, nobody can update and delete. Okay, so that functionality I want. So I want go back and accept if the logged in user and the task created by user is different and the task status is the open. So let's see how we can do. Go to the VS Code here, and in the task info.html page, here only we can add the condition for that one also, like if the user logged in user or and logged in user and that task created by user is the same, at that time I want to display these things, else I want to display this thing. So what we can do, if you remember, we have already did that things. So come here, then space request dot user name and one second here, equals to one second, equals to this one, task created by, simply copy this one and paste here. Okay, so if the request dot username equals to this task created by, and this task status is open, at that time I want to display these things, go back, update, delete. But in else condition, let me copy this one, I want to display the go back and the accept functionality. Control S, then come here, then let me refresh, go back. See, the logged in user is Durgesh and task created by Durgesh and task status is the open. Click on view, go back, update, delete option is showing here. Come here, see the logged in user Durgesh and task created by Dogu. Then come here, see go back and accept. I hope I'm clear. Okay, again here the task status is showing open, and if you remember, we have added functionality, when we are going to click on the accept, the task status should be changed. So let me click on accept, task accepted successfully. Okay, then it is showing in process. If you come here, if you click on view, see it's showing in process. Go back, and if you come here in MyCart, it's showing here. Okay, then if you want, you can click on remove task, task removed successfully, then you can see it's again changed to open. But again, I want to add one restriction. For example, Durgesh is the person who have logged in here and the task created by the Dugu and the status is the open. At that time when I'm clicking on view, I can able to see the go back and accept and task accepted successfully. But once I have accepted the task, and after that again when I'm going to click on the view, I don't want to give the same option again to accept. No, I only want to give the option go back. I hope I'm clear. Okay. Then come here. Then go to the VS Code. Then here we have to add the condition. So simply copy this one and come here. And what we can do here only paste. And what I want, if the request.user, if the request.user.username and task created info, here I want in process, in process. Let me check whether we have given the same thing or not here. 1 second. Copy this one. Then come here in the MyCart. Not MyCart, in task info, and here same thing we have to be same only. Then if the task status is the in process, at that time I only want to show the go back. I don't copy this one and paste here. Paste here. In place of if, I want elif. Okay, Control S. So what I have written, if the request dot, and this one also I don't want. So let me remove these things. Simply what I want, if the task status is in process, so I want to show only the go back functionality. Control S, then come here. Let me refresh. Yeah. So right now task status is the in process. So let me click on view. See, I'm only able to go back because you have already accepted now. So when I'm going to click on the view and again you are showing the accept button, so it's a nonsense things. Okay. So because of that only I have removed that one. I have given only the go back. I'm repeating again what we have did here. If the logged in user and task created by user is the same and the task status is the open, so when I'm going to click on view, I can update, delete and go back. But if the task status is the, for example, logged in user is a Durgesh and task created by someone else, so what he can do, he can click, and when the task status is the open, when I'm going to click on the view, I can either go back and accept. And after accepting, I can only see the go back. Okay. Right. Next, we have to check one more scenario. For the closed also, I want the same thing. Like if the task is the closed, then again, I don't want to give the option. For example, if you click on the closed, see again, go back and accept functionality is showing, but it is a closed. So what is the use of showing accept? So come here, then go to the VS Code and here, 1 second. Yeah. If the task status info, or we can use or, simply copy this one and paste here, and in place of in process, right, closed. Okay, Control S, then come here, let me refresh. See, right now task status is closed, then click on view, only go back. Correct only now. When the task is the closed, then why you need to show the accept button again? Then go back here. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Next things, what we have to add here. Come here. See, we have one open. We can click here. We can go back. We can update. We can delete. Not a problem. Then some other user have created. So what we can do, we can come here. We can accept here. Task accepted successfully. After accepting the task, it is coming in my bucket. Okay. So it's showing in process and it's showing task holder details. Correct only. And if you want, you can go back, and if you want, you can close the task. Task closed successfully. See, task closed successfully. But after closing the task, I want to show some additional detail. What kind of additional detail I want to show? So after closing the task, it means we know the person who have closed the task and we know at what time the task is closed. So that two fields I want to add here. Okay. So if you don't know what fields, so let me show you. Come here in the models.py file, we have that two field, closed by, sorry, closed on and closed by. So these two fields we have to show here once the task is closed. So come here in the task info, come here in the task info here. What I want right now, we are doing in the general way. We have not added any if else condition, but what I want here, I want to add one if condition, take curly bracket, then double percentage, then if the task status is closed, or what we can say, if the task status, so from where we will get the task status, so from here we will get the task status, simply copy this one. If the task status equals to open, I want to display these things. Okay, not a problem. Then again, I have to take one more, this one. Simply copy this one. And this is LF condition. Like here, what we can do, task info status closed. At that time, let me remove these things. I don't want these things. At that time, what I want, so simply copy this one, this entire thing, because I want to display these things. But along with this, I want to display some additional fields also. So what that additional field? So simply copy these two fields and paste here. And as I told you, I want to display task closed by, and closed on. These two things I want to display. And what are the fields we have for that? So simply come to here, simply copy this one, then come here in the task info and paste here. Then again come here and copy this one, then task info, then paste here. Okay, Control S. If the task status is the open, I want to display these things. And if I want to display this one. See, right now most of the people thinks why we need to write the elif, we can simply write the else also. But in future we have other also, like reopen and resolved, this kind of and expired, this kind of status also. So at that time we have to add here. So even if right now you are going to only write the else and going to write these things, it is okay. But as I know, because in future we need to add another things also, because of that only I have written elif. Okay, then we have to close this if block. So come here, then take curly bracket, then in double percentage type END if. Okay, then come here, let me correct the indentation. Okay, let me do for this one also, Control S. Then come here, let me refresh. Yeah, right now it is not showing the data, like it's showing none, not a problem. Then come here, see the task status is the open, it's showing these things. Okay, when created by the same and the logged in user same, but when the logged in user the different and created by user is different, then the task status is a closed, it's showing this thing. So don't focus on these things why the data is not showing here. So let me add the data from for here also. So go to the VS Code and in the views.py file, this is the close task functionality. So here we can add the particular thing. So come here and what I want, so simply copy this one then paste here, dot, what is the field name? So come here, so task closed by, simply copy this one, then come here, then paste here, equals to what I want. So simply come here, and I want the current user who logged in at that particular session. So come here, simply paste here, okay. Then from user, here you will get the current user, and you can map this current user to here. Control S. Then come here, let me refresh, go back, then here, and go back. Let me, for 1 second, let me go to the MyCart, then close task. Okay. Try to update the fields my details task by the model instance user value compatible with the character. Come here. So here I have to convert this one into the str. So what I can do, simply copy one, simply give curly bracket, then come here, then let me convert to str. That's it. Control S. Then come here, then let me go to this particular this one, not this one, this one. See, so the user closed by Durgesh, it's showing here. Now the next things, I want to display the closed on this data. So let's see how we can add this one. So go back, but for that we need one. Let me see this one. Yeah, right now it's showing none. Okay, and this one. Okay, let me accept this one first. Okay, I have accepted this one. Now let me click. If you see here, we are not getting any data. Do you remember what mistake we have did? See, the task status is the in process, and if you come here in the task info page, this one, we have defined only for the open and closed. We have not defined for the in process. So what we can do, simply copy this entire thing, Control C, then come here, then paste here again. Then in place of closed, we have to define for the in process. Okay. And what kind of data I want to show for the in process? So 1 second, let me tell you, go to the MyCart, and this task holder, one additional field I want to show. So come here, task info, and when the task is in the in process, so we don't have this thing. So what in place of what we can do, simply remove this one. Okay, and in place of task closed by, add task holder, and here we have to add that particular field. So simply remove this one. Okay, Control S. If you want to verify, come here in the models.py file, and you can check for the task holder. This one, both are same only. This one, both are same only. Okay, then Control S. Then come here, let me refresh this one, let me go here. Yeah, for in process, we are getting these things. So see again what we have did. We have created one task Durgesh with another user with the user ID Durgesh. We have created one task which is ID number 16, and the title is testing 002, which is we have created with the help of the Durgesh user ID. After that, we have logged in into another user ID which is admin, and we have accepted that particular task. Once we accept that particular task, see, after that when we are going again to see that task, so it's showing only go back, it is not showing the accept, and this is the functionality what we are expecting. Then come here, after that in the MyCart, it's showing that particular on this one, what we can say, this task what we have created, and here you can see the task created by Durgesh, and task holder is admin. And if I'm going to close the task, see, task closed successfully, and you can see the status of the task changed to closed. And again, if I'm going to see on the MyCart, it is not showing. Then come here, then I'm going to click on the view. Then once the task is the closed, so what field we have added? Task closed by and task closed on. So right now task closed by it's showing, which is admin only, because in the admin user ID only we have closed that task, and this task closed on is not showing. So the last column which is we need to work on is task closed on. These things I want. So what I want, simply go to the VS Code, then go to the this views.py file and come here, and here only what we can do, simply copy this one, then paste here, then dot, then particular field. What is the field? So task closed on, this one. Simply copy this one, then again come here, then paste here, equals to time zone dot now, control S. Now it's done. Then come here, let me refresh. Right now it will not show here because it's already closed task. So come back. Then I'm going to create one fresh task. So let me create, for example, 3. Then submit. Task created successfully. The task created by the admin and the logged in user is the admin. At that scenario, what condition we have added? When the task status is the open, only we have go back, update and delete option. Then go back, then let me log in with another user ID, for example, Durgesh. Then 1 second. So you have logged in successfully. So this is the user. So this is the task which is we have created, and this is created by the admin. And right now I have logged in the Durgesh ID. Then and the task status is the open. Then come here, click on view. Then after clicking on view, here you can see the task status is the open. When I'm going to click on accept, the task accepted successfully. And after that, the task status showing in process. And if you come to the MyCart, that particular task, it's showing here. See, testing 003. Okay. And if you see here, this one status of the task changed to in process. When the status of the task is changed to in process and I'm going to click on the view, I'm only able to see the go back. Okay. I'm not able to see the accept functionality again. And one more thing, if I'm going to log in with the same user who have created that particular task, 1 second. See, the admin created by admin and the logged in ID also admin, but the task status changed from open to close. At that time also, I'm only able to see the go back. Why? Because once the task is accepted by any other, I don't want to give permission to the person who have created the task to change that particular task, like update or delete things. So because of that only, and then let me log in with again that particular user, which is Durgesh. Click here. Then what we can do, come here in MyCart and I can close that particular task. So when the task is the in process, I'm getting holder name and the status in process. And when I'm going to click on the close task, time zone is not defined. So we have to import this one. So 1 second, go to the VS Code, and here we have to import that time zone. So simply come here at top, then come here, then simply write this line from Django.utils import time zone. That's it. Control S, then come here, let me refresh. Task closed successfully. The task status is the close. Then click on the view. See, the task closed on June 5th, 2024. Okay. And